Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is your host with the most, White Boy 7th Street. This is the Black Ops 6 reveal trailer that they just released. I haven't done one of these breakdown videos in the last maybe 10 years or so. Call of Duty has kind of sucked, but I feel like Black Ops 6 has got to be different this time. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 20 times, I'm a Call of Duty player. But look, this is obviously propaganda. They put millions of dollars into making this breakdown and stuff, but maybe, just maybe, this time is different. Microsoft did purchase Activision, and this guy obviously never got a nuke in his life, looking like Tucker Carlson is an alcoholic. But anyways, look, I am not paid by Activision. I have not been paid by them in many years. I am not associated with them whatsoever. There's a lot of paid shills that make these breakdown videos. I am not one of those people, and I've been fooled before. I've said some other Call of Duties look good, and I turned out to be wrong. Well, I was right like for the first 2 weeks, and then it kind of goes to trash. But look, Black Ops is, you know, one of my favorite series. Obviously, it's only really Modern Warfare and Black Ops, but Black Ops, I would say, is better than Modern Warfare. I don't know. I mean, it's a hard decision when you go back to the old, like, really classic games, and we're never gonna go back to those times because of the developers, their SJWs. They put in, you know, the rainbow stuff. Let's not get too much into that. This girl never got a nuke in her life either, but hey, whether that matters or not, I think it does. But look, I'm just gonna tell you what I see. This is my first time watching this trailer and the breakdown. I'm not gonna really listen. Oh, look at the color of the hair. Look at the color of the hairs. Anyways, now this guy, he got a nuke. This guy got a nuke. Anyway, so this omnial direction dolphin diving is something that I'm really interested in. I might have to break out the ghillie suit and do some dolphin dives. My left shoulder might get hurt. My right shoulder might get hurt. I might have to dive on my back. But that's something I'm very interested in. I like the movement. I always thought the old Call of Duties could use a little bit more movement. Even like Black Ops 1, I felt like the dolphin dive, you could dolphin dive like over a box, but it wasn't really super effective. It was like cool to do, but I seen in this one you can shoot while diving. I hope you can, you know, throw tomahawks while diving, do a lot of things while diving. But I just kind of want to say what they should do as the leading expert in Call of Duty from the classic days to kind of rekindle the momentum that they once had to be the, you know, #1 source of media, whether it be movies, video games, everything combined. You know, Call of Duty was leading that by far, and then they kind of threw it away to focus on esports, to focus on sniping, and they abandoned the 99%, which was the casual, you know, multiplayer community after work. They had a beer, you know, party up. They kind of abandoned that. So one thing I did notice from the little teasers that they have is like they put a lot of presidents in there. I felt that they should have a kill streak where it's like Hillary Clinton and the Clintons in general, and they just send some of their, you know, agents out there to kill you, like attack dogs. But like if you know, expose them for their crimes, that happens. I thought they should have like a Joe Biden stun grenade where you hit him with the stun grenade and then he like poops himself and he's confused, and then boom, that's like better than a stun and a flash combined. You know, Donald Trump, we don't know what his kill streak should be, but we're gonna figure that out. So yeah, but in all seriousness, I really wish, the one thing I will say, I got two main things. One, wager matches, and they have to mean something, because one in the chamber doesn't mean as much when there's no COD points on the line. Sticks and stones don't mean as much when there's no COD points on the line, because it's those games where you can lose it all if you mess up in a moment, but if there's nothing to lose, then who cares? So I really like the high roller wager matches. You guys know me. I dominated that era, and I think it was just something really special in Call of Duty that they kind of abandoned. I don't know why. I think David Vonnegut had a big part of that. Now, I will say this. David Vonnegut got fired, or he got released, or they didn't renew his contract. Either way, that's a really, really, really good thing in my opinion. David Vonahar, he had some good moments, but his time was up, and maybe someone else could take the reins that was actually like thirsty and hungry to really improve the Call of Duty series. I think David Vonahar had under a 1 KD, but at least he played the game, I should say. And you know, he tried for some time of his life, but he also copied a lot of things. I feel like X Defiant is like basically a David Vonahar game where they just copy and paste from other more successful and more fun games. But I know a lot of people don't like that opinion of mine, that David Vonahar is trash, but I truly do believe he was not a good developer, at least, you know, after Black Ops 2. It was just a lot of copying and pasting, and yeah, but anyways. And then they copied, that's why X Defiant is kind of trash, because they copied and pasted a copy and paste, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, gambling, high roller wagers. So, little C4 action, you know, I love the C4s. Is that launch from Black Ops 1? Anyways, I have another request that I really hope that they include, and that's Blackout 2, or Blackout 2.0, or whatever it's going to be called. But please, 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 listen here. Look here. Look, listen. Seriously. They need to not have loadouts in, like, whatever. Warzone is already corrupted. Warzone's its own thing, but Black Ops 2 is its own separate thing. So please, please, please do not have loadouts. So Battle Royale came from, you know, like the Hunger Games. There's actually a Japanese version of that previously, but you had to like search and find. They didn't give Katniss the bow right away. She had to find a bow, and then it's cool, but I always liked like having whatever is at my disposal, and I had to figure out how to use it. I really liked the perks that they had in Blackout 1, and like you could maybe only have a grenade and a perk, and you have to figure out how to make it work. Straight bars. So like loadouts, it makes it like the same thing over and over and over again in the meta guns. And please, for the love of God, don't have attachments that you can tune. Have like 2 grips, 3 sights, 4 barrels, 3 stocks, and that's it. We don't need 20 different variants of grip for no damn reason other than to increase the statistics for Activision shareholders, where we can have the players show that they spent 2 more hours per week based on the new system. Yeah, because we're scrolling through these dumbass attachments over and over. It's like, have the same, like, or not the same attachments, but have, like, you know, a grip that's really good for hip fire and a grip that's, like, reduces your recoil. Pick 10 system, obviously that was an all-time great thing, and that's one of the frustrating things about Call of Duty when they had, oh, not the RCXD, well, you know, whatever. One of the frustrating things I thought was, like, they had theater mode, and then they had to make a whole new variant of theater mode, and they took time away from the development, you know, time. This game apparently had 4 years or something instead of the typical 2, or maybe it was 3 years this time. I'm not exactly sure. I think that's a good thing, but maybe it's too late to change some of these things. But theater mode would be nice to have a return. You know, there's a lot of cool clips, and I felt like removing theater mode kind of removed an element for the casual community, for the YouTube community, which represents the casual community. And then instead they put like Codcaster in, and then look where esports went. Nowhere. It was a failed experiment, was it not? Like, in my opinion, it was. Anyways, so yeah, I felt like Blackout was better than Warzone. I really like the little grappling hook thing. I think that's cool. I don't know. I played Blackout recently, and I really enjoyed it. And maybe the only tweak that they could do to Blackout is make it a little bit more respawn friendly. I felt like if you died in Blackout, there's no way you're coming back, and if you die within the first, you know, few seconds of the round, then you're just watching your buddies play. There should be a way to here's the Omni movement. We might have to bring out the ghillie suit, like I said. Oh my lord, look at the hair. Dive to the left, Slide to the right.
We've pushed ourselves
3 hop. Okay, throwing knife or is it a throwing? It looked like a throwing knife. We need a tomahawk. So now you can shoot on your back. I believe Daisy invented that. I'm a big fan of Daisy, as you know. This looks actually very cool. I love the diving. I love the movement. I think this is a good thing. I think this is a really good thing. Now, I was playing World at War recently, and people were doing that snaking cheat exploit. We don't need any of that, but I mean the side dive. It was a thing that should have been in the game for a while. Now, I remember Call of Duty World War II with Michael the Condry. He had a dolphin dive system where you couldn't even dive over a simple box, so it was a pointless thing, and you couldn't do anything while diving. So hopefully you can like actually dive over like this little brick wall that you see right here. I like the door. I mean, this actually looks really slick. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I was playing Black Ops 1 recently. I was playing all the old CODs. Boom. And okay, that looks nice. And yeah, like the Black Ops 1 dolphin dive, you were basically use it as like a pre-fire. Like you would pre-dive because you got like stuck in the air. But as you can see right there, you can obviously shoot in the air, taking out the stakeout. Man, I'm liking what I'm seeing, but obviously it always looks good on the trailer when they put millions of dollars into developing this thing, and it is, you know, propaganda, if you will. But you know, that's what a corporation is supposed to do. But yeah, this all looks nice. This menu looks exactly like the Warzone menu, so I don't know about that. Hopefully, I mean, I like the Warzone engine. I think that's one thing that they could copy and paste from. Didn't the Treyarch engines and the Treyarch games and the Modern Warfare games have like different engines, and that's just kind of a confusing thing. I'm not going to really talk too much about zombies. I'm not a huge zombie player. If you like that type of thing, apparently they got the classic like round-based system and stuff. It looks good. I mean, the lighting looks good. I kind of like the whole vibe. You know, playing these old Call of Duties as I have recently, I felt like the vibe from like World at War and, you know, Black Ops, it was very distinguishable, and you felt immersed. Like, I don't think the problem is the games being realistic. I think the problem with the games is it's just not believable, or there's like clowns fighting Transformers with lightsabers. This is kind of cool. You know, they have all these different hitboxes on your character, and they're gonna do different type of animations depending on how you get shot. Obviously, little SJW by not having, you know, your limbs blow off. That's an actual dolphin dive. They didn't ask me to do any motion capture dolphin dives. That's a mistake. Obviously, I perfected the art form and invented it, to be quite frankly. This looks good. Shooting the doors to open it. I mean, we got to see some non-scripted gameplay, but it looks like they're giving us more options, and that's not a bad thing. Now, if you're a lazy person with carpal tunnel and you don't have the buttons on the back of your controller, it might be a little bit difficult to do all these things, but I'm all for that because it's a skill gap, you know. I feel like bad players shouldn't be rewarded, and good players should not be punished, and that's definitely not something that has happened in the recent Call of Duties. I felt like they had, you know, been influenced by the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party. Activision was, you know, owned by Tencent, at least like 5%. That's a huge stockholder, and who knows if they were trying to lower testosterone in males that are military age, which are the demographic for the Call of Duty series, by like having everyone be at a 1 KD or less. And, you know, participation trophies in Black Ops 3 I always disagreed with, and what I mean by that is it was a death machine, was a score streak. Now it's you know, specialist, where you get on a cooldown. No matter what you do, you could go 0 and 50 and still get a death machine or a war machine, and I always thought that was kind of I don't know, you know, participation trophies. Everyone's a winner. It's a safe space over here. One thing I wish they would do is not ban people on the mic. You know, let it. It's a 18+ game. Anything goes on the mic, but who knows? I mean, these explosives look pretty good, man. The game looks pretty good, but obviously I've been playing the old Call of Duty, so a lot of things look good compared to those old ones, and you know they really beefed up the graphics for these. Like our game is not gonna look exactly like this, but yeah, who knows? Okay, the HUD. This is my first time seeing this. The HUD, it wasn't broken. You don't really got to fix it. I guess if you can customize it, that's fine. You know, the button remap, shout out Asker Capper. I don't know if they ever gave a shit about that. That's an OG throwback. I like how they're showing the shotgun a lot. The shotgun and the sniper, like unorthodox stuff. I've seen some, you know, throwables. I've seen some cool things that could be in combination with the dolphin diving, or is it called dolphin diving? If you can do it to the left, to the right. Man, I don't like this shoulder still hurts from the dolphin dive days. So I don't know if I'm going to be diving to the right side much, but I like I said a few times. Okay, that was like 10 headshots and he didn't die. But it is what it is. Okay, I seen the gun customization. It looked like there's a bunch of options. Like just don't add any more options. Like please, like I don't want to spend like hours researching what the best gun is and to change the like it was so stupid. You could change the weight of the grip to like maximize recoil or your movement. Like come on, man. Like they really got to put the pink hair. Like how many times do we have to see the pink hair? Like whatever. They're Call of Duty players too, but you know what I'm saying? Like let's not get too into it. Shotgun. You love the shotgun. I see a little red dot on it, or oh, this is what I like to see. That's what I like to see, man. You see a little laser on it. Hopefully it's like 2 lasers, not 15 different lasers. Like why? 1 laser for hip fire, 1 laser for accuracy. That's it. You don't need 20 different lasers, man. Or a flashlight. Okay, so the Prestige, you get the OG Prestige system. Yeah, that's fine. That's dandy. That's cool. Honestly, I wish you could wager your Prestiges and like get set back. That'd be cool. But you know, they're not gonna do anything like that. 1 shot, 1 kill. That's what I like to see. Boom, boom, boom. I want the shotguns to be great again, man. I want Modern Warfare 2 shotguns. Okay, multiplayer. How many look forward to multiplayer? And we're providing a deep dive on it later than year. Oh, later this year. I see. I see. Let me see what they're saying here. Yeah, they need to bring back some Black Ops maps. They need to bring back some World at War maps. They need a war game type, which, you know, Treyarch initially developed, but they never brought it back successfully because I just don't think they know what they're doing. I'll just tell you for free because they're kind of stupid over there sometimes, it feels like. You need a symmetrical map. Symmetrical is like a butterfly. It's the same on both sides. It could be a little bit different. It could have a limp arm over here and it could have a strong leg, but at the end of the day it needs to be a symmetrical game, and the middle capture is absolutely even depending on where you spawn. The second, there's three flags on each side, including, well, the middle one and then 2 flags on each side. Then the second one is a little bit harder to capture, and the third one's basically impossible to capture. The enemy keeps spawning right on it. Okay? Do you guys not understand the war game type was the best thing ever? No, because they didn't play the damn game. They don't got a nuke. What are these developers' credentials? They haven't had a credential in 14 years. David Vonnehar's .89 KD was the best fucking Call of Duty developer in terms of like the skill. Like,
The maps have their own stories.
I'm getting angry because I'm just thinking about all the bad stuff that happened. There's no good things that came from Call of Duty over the last 10 years. It's all been travesties. It's been loot boxes. They've been like, it's so stupid too. If they just made a good game, they would make more money. Aren't they a publicly traded company that has like goals for their shareholders and they need to maximize profit? They just squeeze like, they, and it takes 4 years to develop. What the hell are they doing? What the hell are they doing sometimes? Like, they try to make up the money with supply drops. I mean, obviously they need a CSGO like system where you can sell the skins back, and then, you know, they could take 10% of each sale on, you know, every time it gets sold or whatever. But CSGO system's way better because at least you get some kind of return on investment. I mean, obviously they're gotta include it. Like, there's no going back. They're gotta have NFTs or whatever it is. It should be at least an NFT. Now, here's a radical idea. I really think that they should do a COD coin in the terms of everyone's system could be potentially a server, and the more users that are mining this COD coin cryptocurrency, which is basically just your internet connection, leveraging your internet connection and your power. So instead of me having to connect all the way to Chicago, I can have a connection in every single city going from where I currently live to Chicago. You know what I mean? And it's gonna make it a better connection and experience for everybody. And then you could wager those COD points. But you know, in a perfect world, one day, maybe. And your feedback from our open beta coming up this fall. These are just some simple, basic, revolutionary ideas from somebody who actually played the game and who almost died for the game and who dived for the game. You know how much bullshit I dove into? You know how many... Wait, where is it? Oh, it's right here. Look at this. It's a trophy that I bought myself. The world's fastest tactical nuke. You know how many sleepless nights I had to grind for that? No. Because I had more playtime going for the nuke than these developers have playtime in their whole career. And that was just one game. So, okay, what the hell is that? There's a guy with a machine gun shooting at you? Like, okay, that's a little funky. So I didn't listen to a damn thing they said. I don't got my headphones. I don't really care what they say. It's all like propaganda, all type of bullshit. But it does look decent. We're gonna see more when the multiplayer comes out, but just the diving and like that's gonna at least be cool for 2 or 3 weeks, and that's probably more than most of the recent Call of Duties. Multiplayer is a key ingredient in the DNA. Okay. What are your credentials, Bucko? What's your biggest KD game? Did you ever 1v1 X-Jaws? No. Did you stream that shit? No. Where were you on when Bog went down? Were you watching when Wings Redemption played Syndicate? Do you even know any of these references? On behalf of Jabroni? The entire team, we can't wait for you to play Call of Duty. Yeah, you can't wait for us to buy it. I'm sure you can't. Okay. So that's kind of my thoughts and opinions. I think it looks pretty decent from what they showed, but it always looks decent. It always hypes you up. And so don't be fooled. But then again, what else are we to do? Play Warzone with all these hackers? By the way, it's a conspiracy. They make sure these old Call of Duty games, which are better than the new ones, are hacked and corrupted. So the more recent ones get paid and played more. So just a damn shame. Anyways, guys, it's been your host with the most, White Boy 7th Street. Dolphin dive. Dolphin. That looks pretty cool, though. I can't lie. Just that alone sold me. All right, I'm out of here. Peace.